Sterling Motors East London branch. Daniel Danny Hayes. 36. Single dad. Dark skin weathered from years outdoors. Oil-stained overalls. Grease etched under his nails. He's buried in the engine bay of a gleaming new Range Rover. Rebuilding a gearbox with calm, precise hands. The double doors bang open. Victoria Hargreaves. 31. CEO of Sterling Motors. Ice-cold reputation. Navy blazer, sharp as a blade. Clipboard gripped like a weapon. She stops. Eyes narrow. Sees Danny using an old military pressure test method. Not in the company manual. Her voice cuts through the workshop, loud, final. This isn't the bloody army, Daniel. You're sacked. Effective immediately. Silence slams down. Wrenches freeze mid-turn. Radios die. Danny's fists tighten. Head bows. Voice barely reaches her. I've still got the afternoon shift. I need the money, for my daughter's inhalers. Victoria doesn't blink. Turns. Walks away. No softness. Danny steps outside the shutter. Head low. Breathing ragged. Then, distant thunder. Helicopter blades chopping the air. The ground shakes. A Royal Navy Wildcat drops from the sky. Settles hard in the staff car park. Dust swirls. An officer leans out. Megaphone crackling. We're here for Lieutenant Commander Raven 6. The whole garage stares. Motionless. Danny Hayes wasn't always a mechanic. No one at Sterling knew. To them he was just the quiet one. Always taking the graveyard shifts. Always knackered. Always polite. Truth was heavier. Danny was raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Severe asthma. Frequent blue light dashes to A&E. Inhalers that cost more than rent. Endless prescriptions. So he worked every hour God sent. Oil changes at dawn. Gearboxes till dusk. Engine rebuilds till the small hours. Never moaned. Never asked for help. Never told anyone why he was so desperate. The lads noticed odd things though. He could diagnose an engine fault in 3 seconds, just by listening. Check the timing on cylinder 4, he'd say, hood still down. Always right. One apprentice grinned once. What are you, SAS listening for enemy choppers? Danny gave a small smile. Said nothing. They also noticed his toolbox. British Racing green. Dented. Scratched off serials. Faint mod markings still visible. No one asked. Danny never explained. In their tiny flat in Plastow. Things were softer. Lily at the kitchen table doing spellings. Faint wheeze in her chest. Inhaler never more than an arm's reach away. Danny cooked simple dinners. Beans on toast. Fish fingers. Whatever stretched the budget. But Lily never felt poor. Her dad turned everything into an adventure. See this gearbox, love? It's a big puzzle. Find the one bit that's wrong. And the whole thing sings again. Lily beamed. Daddy knows everything. She was his entire world. Every extra shift. Every tired morning. Every skipped meal. All for her. Up in the glass office. Victoria Hargreaves sat behind a huge desk. Spreadsheets. 31 going on 50. Stress had carved deep lines. She inherited Sterling Motors when her dad dropped dead 2 years earlier. Board didn't trust her. Investors whispered. Too young. Too emotional. She'll tank it. So she turned to stone. No mistakes. No excuses. No weakness. Control everything. Or lose everything. Her father's last lesson. She walked the workshop daily. Clipboard. Eyes hunting inefficiency. Hunting excuses to prove she was strong enough. That's when she saw Danny's unapproved method. Different equals wrong. Wrong equals weakness. Weakness equals failure. She didn't see a dad fighting for his sick girl. She saw a liability. So she sacked him. In front of everyone. Maximum impact. Maximum control. She didn't ask questions. Didn't test if his method worked. Didn't see his trembling hands. Didn't hear his voice crack on daughter. She just eliminated the problem. The mechanics watched him leave. Some felt bad. Most stayed quiet. Old Ronnie, 62, 30 years at Sterling. Shook his head. That lad knows things we don't. The young ones laughed. Yeah, knows how to get the sack. Ronnie didn't laugh. His toolbox has naval special warfare markings. I was in the service. I recognized them. They rolled their eyes. Old Ronnie seeing ghosts. But Ronnie kept staring at the empty bench. At the green toolbox. At the faded photo taped inside the locker. Danny, younger, harder. Flight suit. Standing in front of a helicopter. Photo turned face down. Like he wanted to forget. That night Danny walked to the late-night chemist. Lily's prescription shaking in his hand. Last payslip nowhere near enough. Pharmacist looked at him with pity. Sorry, love. You're 40 quid short. Danny stood. Silent. Broken. Behind him, a throat cleared. He turned. Royal Navy uniform. Commander's rank slides. Looking straight at him. Daniel Hayes. Slow nod. We've been looking for you, Lieutenant Commander. Face drained. That's not my name anymore. She stepped closer. The Navy disagrees, sir. Word spread fast back at the garage. Danny sacked. CEO took him down in front of everyone. Brutal. Young lads in the break room laughed. His military tricks didn't work then. Should have followed the manual like the rest of us. Probably lied about the medicine money anyway. They didn't know. Didn't care. Humiliation was entertainment. Ronnie stayed quiet. Jaw tight. Victoria sat in her office. Reviewing the day's decisions. Sacking Danny felt right. Felt strong. Felt like control. But something nagged. She pulled up security footage. Rewound to his bench. Watched the pressure test. Precision. Confidence. Muscle memory. Not guessing. Someone who'd done it 1,000 times. Under fire. She opened her laptop. Searched military automotive repair techniques. 5 minutes later her face went pale. His method wasn't wrong. It was advanced. Designed for rapid field repairs in combat. 98% accuracy. Manual method, 73%. She'd sacked him for being better. Hand trembled. Closed laptop. Pushed the feeling down. I made the decision. I stand by it. But the doubt stayed. That evening Danny walked Lily home from school. She was wheezing worse. Dad. I need my inhaler. Stomach dropped. I know, sweetheart. We're getting it now. 3 blocks to the chemist. Lily's breathing getting worse. Inside, pharmacist saw them. Sympathy. Mr. Hayes, still 40 short. Danny counted notes. Counted coins. £38 and 17 pence. Not enough. Lily tugged his sleeve. It's okay, Dad. I can breathe. She couldn't. He heard the struggle. Other customers stared. Judgment. Pity. Pharmacist leaned in. Whispered. I can give you a sample. Just this once. Eyes burned. Thank you. Outside he helped Lily with the inhaler. Watched her ease. She looked up. You're the best dad ever. He pulled her close. Hid his face. Didn't feel like the best. Felt like a failure. Then, rotor blades. Distant. Unmistakable. Head snapped up. Instinct. Wildcat variant. Royal Navy Special Operations. Why here? Helicopter appeared over rooftops. Descended toward the car park behind the chemist. People stopped. Phones out. Side door opened. Female officer, commander, jumped down. Walked straight to Danny and Lily. Knelt. Hi, sweetheart. What's your name? Lily. Shy. Officer smiled. Reached into pocket. Pulled out a challenge coin. Royal Navy Special Warfare, eagle engraved, gold trim. Pressed it into Lily's hand. This belongs to your dad. He earned it saving 14 lives. Lily looked at coin. Then at her father. Dad, what does she mean? Voice barely there. It's nothing. Officer stood. Looked at Danny. Lieutenant Commander, the Admiral sent me personally. Danny shook his head. I'm not Operation Shadowhawk anymore. You're the only survivor who can identify the radar signature. Crowd pressed closer. Recording. Danny's voice hardened. I left that life. Officer's tone became formal. A pilot is missing. Last known position, Gulf of Aden. 48 hours ago. She pulled out a tablet. Showed scrambled radar data. You flew this route 17 times. You know the pattern. Danny stared. Mind already working. He saw it. Anomaly. Third sector. Low altitude return. That's not debris, he said quietly. That's a downed bird. Pilot still transmitting. Officer's eyes widened. You can see that from this. Danny pointed. Frequency shift here means rotor drag. He's alive. Hiding in the helo. Crowd murmured. Someone shouted. He's like a superhero. Lily gripped tighter. Dad, you save people. Danny knelt. I level. I used to, baby. Long time ago. Why did you stop? Voice cracked. Because I couldn't save everyone. Officer placed hand on his shoulder. But you can save this one, sir. Back at Sterling Motors. Victoria's assistant burst in. You need to see this. Phone. Viral video. Already 2 million views. Title, **** fired mechanic revealed as Navy hero ****. Victoria watched. Frozen. Danny analyzing radar in a chemist car park. Officer calling him sir. Crowd reacting. Lily looking at her father like a stranger. Comments exploded. CEO fired a hero. Boycott Sterling Motors. This company should be ashamed. Phone rang. Board chairman. Furious. You sacked a decorated officer. Do you know what this does to our reputation? Victoria couldn't speak. She'd destroyed a man's dignity. For following his training. For being excellent. Chairman continued. Fix this now. Or you out. Line went dead. Victoria Saturday. Staring at the video. At Danny's tired face. Trying to protect his daughter from the truth. She'd seen a problem. He was a hero, hiding in plain sight. Next morning, Navy officials arrived at Sterling Motors. Needed Danny's full analysis. Needed it now. Secure location. Admiral's directive clear. Bring Lieutenant Commander Raven 6. Whatever it takes. Victoria stood at her window. Watching military personnel set up in the conference room. Watching employees whisper. Watching her company's reputation crumble. Because she'd been too proud. Too rigid. Too blind. Old Ronnie knocked. I tried to tell you. Danny was special. Victoria turned. Why didn't you say it louder? Ronnie shrugged sadly. Would you have listened? No answer. They both knew she wouldn't. Respect if you believe true heroes never brag. Conference room filled. Laptops. Secure comms. Classified gear. Danny stood at the door. Still in oil-stained overalls. Admiral. 62, silver hair, 3 rows of medals. Stood. Extended hand. Lieutenant Commander Hayes. Thank you for coming. Danny didn't take it. I'm not Lieutenant Commander anymore, sir. Admiral softened. Son, you'll always be Raven 6 to us. Jaw tightened. Admiral gestured to chair. Sit. Please. Danny Saturday. Lily safe with a neighbor. That was all that mattered. Admiral pulled up holographic display. Satellite imagery. Radar signatures. Weather patterns. Operation Shadowhawk. 5 years ago. Danny's hands clenched. I know what it was. Then you know why we need you. Zoom to Gulf of Aden. Lieutenant Tom Mitchell. 34. Helicopter pilot. Missing 48 hours. Photo appeared. Young face. Confident smile. Danny's breath caught. He was new squadron. Trained on the same routes you flew. Voice dropped. The same routes where you lost your team. Danny stood abruptly. I can't do this. You already did. At the chemist. You identified the signature in 10 seconds. Danny turned away. That doesn't mean I can save him. Admiral stepped closer. You saved 14 men during Shadowhawk. Under fire. In a storm. Damaged aircraft. Voice broke. I lost 3. You saved 14. I should have saved 17. Room silent. Admiral hand on shoulder. The 3 you lost. They made the choice. They held the line so others could escape. Eyes burned. I was the pilot. I was responsible. You were a hero. You still are. Danny shook his head. Heroes don't quit. Heroes don't end up broke, doing oil changes. Unable to buy their kids' medicine. Admiral's grip tightened. Heroes do whatever it takes to protect what they love. Even if it means leaving glory behind. Danny looked up. You didn't quit. You prioritized your daughter over your career. Her safety over your reputation. Gestured to data. But right now, Tom Mitchell has a daughter too. She's 6. Waiting for her dad. Danny closed eyes. Saw Lily's face. Imagined another little girl waiting. Opened eyes. Show me the full data. Room exhaled. Danny worked 3 hours straight. Satellite passes. Radio interference. Weather. Currents. Mind fast again. Precise. Relentless. Navy personnel watched in awe. He saw connections they missed. Finally pointed. Here. 17 nautical miles off the Somali coast. He ditched in a coral reef system. Intelligence officer frowned. Our scans show nothing. Danny zoomed. Coral creates radar shadow. Titanium frame hidden beneath the reef. Pool tidal data. He's got maybe 8 hours before high tide covers the cockpit. Admiral grabbed radio. Scramble rescue. Now? Outside the conference room. Victoria waited. 2 hours standing. Watching through glass. She'd never seen focus like that. Pure life or death concentration. This wasn't a mechanic. This was a warrior. Door opened. Admiral stepped out. Miss Hargreaves. We need to speak. They walked to her office. Door closed. Your employee, Daniel Hayes. Do you know what he did? Voice quiet. I'm learning. Admiral handed folder. Service record. Commendations. Mission reports. Operation Shadow Hawk. 17 Royal Marines pinned down. Enemy fire. Storm. Zero visibility. Lieutenant Commander Daniel Hayes, call sign Raven 6. Flew into the kill zone twice. First run extracted 14 men. Damaged aircraft. Hydraulics failing. He could have left. Should have left. He went back for the last 3. Took enemy fire. Engine hit. Crash landing. He survived. Co-pilot. Crew chief. Gunner, didn't. He pulled them from wreckage. Defended their bodies for 6 hours until rescue. Victoria's hands shook. He saved 14 lives. And you punished him for losing 3 he couldn't save. Admiral's voice steel. I'm not punishing him. Life is. He punishes himself every single day. Victoria looked up. Tears. I sacked him. I humiliated him. I know. How do I fix this? Admiral stood. You start by seeing him. Really seeing him. Walked to door. Paused. Daniel Hayes chose to leave the Navy. Not because he was weak. But because he found something stronger. What? A reason to live. Instead of a reason to die. He left. Victoria sat alone. Staring at folder. At Danny's photo in uniform. Younger. Harder. Eyes that had seen too much. Pulled up security footage again. Danny in overalls. Smiling at colleagues. Head down. Working. Hiding, not from shame. From pain. She grabbed her coat. Drove to the Plasto flat. Small. Run down. Peeling paint. Knocked. Danny opened door. Surprise. Miss Hargreaves. She saw past him. Lily playing with the challenge coin. Empty fridge visible. Medical bills stacked on counter. Saw everything she'd been too blind to notice. Voice cracked. I'm sorry. Danny stared. I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I didn't try. Lily walked over. Tugged sleeve. Daddy, is this the pretty lady from TV? Victoria knelt. Hi, sweetheart. I'm Victoria. I work with your dad. Lily smiled. You look like Wonder Woman. Victoria laughed, real laugh. First in years. Your dad's the real superhero. Lily beamed. I know. Victoria stood. Looked at Danny. Can we talk? He nodded. They stepped outside. Victoria took breath. I was wrong about everything. You weren't breaking rules. You were showing excellence. Danny quiet. I sacked you because I was scared. Scared of being wrong. Scared of losing control. Met his eyes. You deserved respect. I gave you humiliation. I'm sorry. Voice soft. I'm used to it. You shouldn't have to be. Silence stretched. Then Danny spoke. They found Tom Mitchell 2 hours ago. Alive. Because of the coordinates. Victoria's eyes widened. You saved him. Danny shook head. I just remembered the ocean. The rest happened. You're still a hero. Danny looked back at Flat. At Lily through window. I'm just a dad trying to keep my daughter safe. Victoria smiled sadly. Maybe that's the bravest thing of all. Next morning, emergency board meeting. Victoria at head of table. 8 board members. All older. All skeptical. Chairman spoke first. Miss Hargreaves, we are here to discuss your termination of Daniel Hayes. Another chimed in. PR disaster. Viral video. Boycott threats. We look like villains. Victoria breathed. Gentlemen. I didn't call this meeting to defend myself. Silence. I called it to reinstate Daniel Hayes. With a promotion. Room exploded. Absolutely not. His floor staff. Terrible precedent. Chairman banged gavel. We cannot promote someone we just sacked. It shows weakness. Victoria's voice cut through. No. Sacking him showed weakness. Bringing him back shows integrity. Pulled up viral video on big screen. This man identified a missing pilot's location in 10 seconds. The Navy couldn't do it in 48 hours. Pulled up service record. This man saved 14 lives under fire. In conditions that would kill most people. Looked each board member in eye. And this company humiliated him in front of everyone. For using a technique that was 98% accurate. Chairman leaned back. What are you proposing? Director of Technical Operations. Full benefits. Housing allowance. Full medical cover for his daughter. That's a senior position. He's qualified. He has no degree. Voice rose. He has something better. Real-world experience that saved lives. Room murmured. Old board member, retired general, spoke. I know Operation Shadow Hawk. Classified. But I know. Everyone turned. If this is the same Raven 6. We owe him more than a job. We owe him respect. Stood. I vote yes. One by one, hands raised. Chairman, last, finally nodded. Approved. But he has to accept. That afternoon Victoria found Danny at the school gates. Picking up Lily. Other parents staring. Viral video made him famous. He hated it. Victoria approached carefully. Danny, can we talk? He tensed. If this is about the video. I didn't ask for any of it. I know. That's not why I'm here. Handed envelope. What's this? Your new contract. If you want it. Danny opened it. Eyes widened. Director of Technical Operations. This is a mistake. It's not. Victoria. I'm a mechanic. You're a leader. You just forgot. Shook head. I can't lead people. I couldn't even save my own crew. Stepped closer. You saved 14. That crew survived because of you. 3 died because of me. 3 died serving. You survived to honor them. Danny looked at Lily on the swings. She deserves a dad who doesn't work 3 shifts. Who can afford her medicine? Who can give her a future? Voice cracked. I don't deserve this. Yes. You do. Lily ran over. Grabbed hand. Daddy, are you crying? Wiped eyes. Happy tears, baby. Lily looked at Victoria. Are you making my dad happy? Victoria smiled. I'm trying. Lily pulled challenge coin from pocket. Handed it to Victoria. You keep this. For helping my dad. Victoria knelt. Took coin. Sweetie, this belongs to your dad. Lily shook head. Daddy says heroes share. So you're part of our team now. Victoria's eyes filled. Looked at Danny. He was smiling. Really smiling. First time since she'd met him. Okay, Danny said quietly. Okay. I'll take the job. For her. Victoria stood. Extended hand. Welcome back, Director Hayes. He shook it. Thank you. Victoria. Lily jumped between them. We're Team Raven now. Both laughed. Real. Healing laughter. 3 weeks later. Danny's new office. Clean. Organized. Photos of Lily on desk. He wore a button-down shirt. Still felt strange. Lily picked it. Said he looked official. Technical team respected him. Listened. Learnt. He taught them military methods. Faster, more accurate. Productivity up 23%. Errors almost 0. Board impressed. But Danny didn't care about numbers. He cared that he could buy Lily's inhalers. Without counting coins. That afternoon Victoria knocked. Got a minute? Danny gestured to chair. She Saturday. Nervous. I wanted to thank you. Company reputation is recovering because of you. Shook head. I'm just doing the job. You're doing more. You're changing the culture. People feel safe suggesting things. Trying new ways. Because you listen. Small smile. In the military, good leaders listen. Bad leaders talk. Victoria laughed. I was a bad leader. You're learning. Pulled out challenge coin. I want to give this back. It belongs with your daughter. Danny closed her hand around it. She gave it to you. She meant it. Eyes watered. Why? Because she still sees people the way I used to. Before war taught me to see threats first. Stood. Walked to window. Lily still sees the good first. I want to protect that. Victoria joined him. She's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have her. Comfortable silence. Then Victoria spoke softly. Danny, can I ask you something? Sure. Do you ever stop seeing them? The ones you lost. Quiet. No. But now I see the ones I saved, too. That balance helps. Victoria nodded. I'm trying to find that balance. Between strength and compassion. Danny looked at her. You're getting there. Below them, through window. Lily played in the company nursery. Happy. Healthy. Safe? Danny's voice barely whisper. She asked me last night if heroes ever get to rest. What did you tell her? I said the best heroes find new battles worth fighting. Victoria smiled. And what's your battle now? Danny watched Lily laugh. Making sure she never has to fight mine. Victoria placed hand on his shoulder. You're not fighting alone anymore. Danny turned. Genuine smile. I know. Outside, distant helicopter blades. Fading. Danny didn't flinch. Didn't tense. Just watched his daughter play. Finally at peace. Sometimes we judge people by the overalls they wear. The title on their badge. The car they drive. The flat they live in. We see the surface. We stop looking. But beneath every ordinary face might be an extraordinary story. A single parent working every hour fighting for their child's future. A veteran carrying invisible scars. Choosing peace over glory. A leader who learned humility through devastating loss. Danny Hayes didn't need a title to be a hero. He was one in oil-stained overalls. Counting coins at the chemist. Choosing his daughter over pride. True honor doesn't demand applause. It works quietly. Serves humbly. Protects fiercely. And when someone needs saving, that honor rises. Not for recognition. Because it's right. Victoria learned that judgment without understanding is cruelty. That control without compassion is empty. That sometimes the strongest thing you can do is admit you were wrong. We all have the power to humiliate or to lift up, to destroy dignity or restore it. The choice defines us. Not our titles. Not our money. Not our authority. But how we treat people. When we have the power to hurt them. That's when character shows. That's when heroes are made. Not on battlefields. But in everyday moments. Of kindness. Respect. And simple human decency. True honor never fades. No matter where life takes you.